David, and I want to talk about a little topic. And this is, I mentioned this in yesterday's video. It kind of came up, and I was going to hold off, so I'm talking about it now. And that is messages and synchronicities. Pay attention. Now, sometimes when we're on our path, and our path, just general life path overall, there's going to be a decision, a fork in the road, and we got to figure out what's going through. We're not for sure we're supposed to go this way or that way. Well, there's a good chance you're going to get some messages. As long as you're paying attention, that's going to help say you're going in the right direction. Now, I don't believe in coincidences. I think everything happens for a reason. So there's messages and synchronicities. Now, this is a little different than we've talked about before. The reticular activating system, the RAS part of the brain. And simplest way for at least I think some of the simplest ways to think how that works is you deem something as important. So if it shows up, your mind's going to say, hey, this is important, pay attention. An example of that, which again is probably one of the easiest ones, is you start thinking about a car. You're looking at a car to maybe buy. Suddenly you see that car all over town. It's always been there, but because you're saying this is important, I need to pay attention, your mind's going to bring it out to you. It happens, same thing. If you're looking for good things, looking for positive, you're going to find them. You're looking for negative, you're going to find negative. You say it's deemed important, you're going to find it. So this is different. This is the way you're going to see things no matter what. So an example that's happened to me yesterday is I was, yesterday's video, I talked about making sure, how do you hold your word to yourself? And when I first got on Facebook, let me write one up here. As soon as I seen it, a buddy had the picture up, and I was already thinking about doing this. Getting your shit together requires a level of honesty you can't even imagine. There's nothing easy about realizing you're the one that's been holding you back the whole time. Goes right back to, are you holding your word to yourself? Do you say what you're going to do? Are you going to follow through? Are you going to take responsibility for it? But I seen that message right there, and there's something else that came up, said, okay, yep, that's one of the things it's let me know, said, okay, I need to pay attention to this. This is a good topic for the day. Now, another thing that kind of came up for me, interesting enough, is that I've been following this. A lot of times I've been doing ruck walks. Ruck walks, in very simple terms, is put some weight in a backpack, go for a walk. Now, I got my lifting days, and then a couple of days a week, I've been doing ruck walks. I've been doing 4-mile ruck walks, and I'm up to 25 pounds. I've also been trying to figure out about throwing in some light jogging to build up to some running. So I was thinking about doing that yesterday. When I happened to get on YouTube, here's a video. She was a power lifter. Why do I run? Okay. And then from Mark Bell, which you've heard me talk about Mark Bell and Mark Bell's Power Project, he had a video on running. I've seen this both at the same time. So that's kind of the idea. Sometimes I'm sitting there is little messages and synchronicities. If you're thinking about a particular topic and whatever it may be, you're thinking about doing directions. So let's say you're thinking about doing a new exercise program and you're thinking about doing some resistance training and you're not for sure about calisthenics. Well, and again, these are a little different RAS, is you might have an email come up that talks about calisthenics. You might see a message on your Facebook feed that talks about that. There are things that you would see normally going through email, your email, going through social media posts on YouTube, an article in a magazine you come across, a newspaper headline, a commercial, something like that. You were already paying attention, you know they're out there, but for this particular reason, more of them start showing. It is a slight little, it does overlap with the RAS a little bit. I'm talking about a little more signs where, like I mentioned, the YouTube videos, the message from the friend, I was going to see those anyways. But I'm hoping you kind of get the idea. So it's learning to pay attention to those little signals, little synchronicities that happen. Because again, I believe everything happens for a reason. You meet everybody for a reason. That's telling you, yeah, this is the path you're supposed to go down. Or if you're heading down this way here, you're thinking, okay, I want to start doing some running. But more things for cycling come up. And it might be better for you to start doing some cycling. You can kind of get the idea. But yeah, pay attention to those signals. You're going to go through them and you'll find benefits for your body, mind, and spirit, because they can get the benefits all the way around. But yeah, start paying attention to the signals, stay to those synchronicities, and you might be surprised what happens, what kind of goes through. And I've done the same thing. I've gone through, and it's like, okay, is this really a sign? And you get 2 or 3 signs. A lot of times 3, and I'm not sure the terminology I want to use, but yeah, a lot of times you get the same type of message 3 times. Yeah, that's normally signal saying, yeah, you better make sure and do this. So You're deciding to go down a path, you're deciding to make a change, whatever it's going to be. Pay attention to those little signals. What do you get? And the universe is going to provide you a lot of times with some answers to say, yep, you're going the right way. All right. Let me know your thoughts on that. What synchronicities and messages have you got that let you know you were going in the right direction for something, or maybe not in the right direction, how to change it up? Let me know that in the comments, because I'm kind of curious. I'm always interested to what other people's experiences are. All right. Take care. Have yourself a wonderful day, and I will catch you tomorrow. So take care and balance into you. Nope. Make sure I got it. Yep.